gauntlet.
Leave it on, girl. Daddy likes the middle.
Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 8, and for today's video, we have some brand new set photos to go over. This is from episode 14's shoot, and there are a couple of very interesting things we have to talk about. We do have a brand new first look on a new villain that we've never seen on the show before, and we do have a couple of interesting plot details to theorize about as well. So yeah, obviously we are just under a month away for The Flash Season 8 to return, which is just crazy. Time just flew so quickly, and I cannot wait to have The Flash back. But it's obviously kicking off with its mid-season premiere, and it's going to be episode 6. And as I said before, it's on a new day. It's now on Wednesdays, no longer Tuesdays. So from March 9th onwards, The Flash will now be airing its episodes on Wednesdays. And we will obviously be kicking off with Interlude Part 2, so those being episode 6 and episode 7's pretty much filler episodes. They have no direct connection to any sort of main storyline whatsoever. They're literally just their own filler episodes. And episodes 8 to 12 will be part of graphic novel number 6, which is the next graphic novel after Armageddon. It does seem like we'll be getting one more filler episode after that, and it does make a lot more sense if we do get another filler episode then. Instead of 3 Interlude episodes in a row, I would rather prefer them to have episode 13 right after episode 12 being a filler episode, because it would be a better transition to the next graphic novel. So I am assuming that episode 13 will be a filler. Obviously I could be wrong about that, but episodes 14 to 18 will definitely for sure be graphic novel number 7, which is the final graphic novel of the season. But yeah, these set photos that I'll be going over during this video will pretty much be related to the first episode of the final graphic novel of this season. So this episode is the one which kicks off the next storyline of the season. So yeah, episode 14. Now, I'm really sorry guys for the lack of uploads this week. I was so busy this week. I've been much busier this week than I was last week, hence why I haven't uploaded for like 5 days or so. But yeah, be on the lookout for upcoming videos in the next couple of days, because I will be pre-recording a bunch of videos to release for you guys tonight, because it does look like I'll be really busy next week as well. So I'm gonna pre-record a bunch of videos tonight and I will release them throughout the week. So be on the lookout for upcoming videos. Yeah, as I said guys, I will try to do my best to be more consistent. But yeah, live streams will still be going on as normal. For those who do not know, I do live stream on Fridays, 8:30 p.m. UK time. So for anyone interested, I do live streams over there. We do obviously talk about these bunch of shows that we have. We do often do some quizzes and just various fun stuff like that. So if that interests you, be sure to join my stream. It's every Friday, 8:30 p.m. UK time. But yeah, just before I get into the actual breakdown of the set photos itself, I will give credit to the owner. So yeah, huge shout out to Canada Grass for these set photos. If it weren't for him and the hard work that he's been putting to get these set photos, none of this would be possible. We wouldn't have any idea about anything which would be going on the show. So yeah, huge credit to him. If you guys want to see more set photos which I wouldn't have added on this video, or if you guys want to see the things Canada Graph saw on set in more detail, be sure to check out his blog page. It will be linked in the description down below. And also guys, if you guys go on to enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so in the first shot, we have this shot of this random armored villain. It is hard to tell who this character is. I can't really think of any villain who this might be from the Flash comics as well. He is obviously a new villain that we've never seen on the show before. And we do know for sure that he isn't a main villain or anything like that. He's just simply a villain of the week. And that does actually make sense, since this episode, after all, is what establishes the next graphic novel. It's pretty much the one that just sets it, and is obviously going to build up. So we should definitely be expecting the main villain later on in this episode, probably near the end, rather than the middle of the episode, which is when this scene is most probably taking place. But yeah, this villain is obviously trying to steal something from some techie area. I would assume some weaponry that would help him with his plans, and we will obviously get into those theories later on in this video. But although we do not know who exactly this villain is, we do have an idea on what storyline of this graphic novel will be about, and I will also get into that towards the end of the video. Now, this is actually very interesting, but we do have this shot of Allegra and Cecile out there in the field. Now, yes, this could be Team Citizen stuff, as you would be questioning, why on earth is Cecile, of all characters, going out there in the field? Like, with Allegra, it makes sense. It makes complete sense with Allegra, but why would you take Cecile out there in the field? So you could question it and say, like, okay, this could potentially be some Team Citizen storyline, but I don't think that's the case, judging from what they're wearing. But also, I think the main reason why they're doing this is for her to essentially fill in Frost's role. Because as we know, Danielle Panabaker is pregnant, so having her to do all these stunts as well as play two characters at once would be a much more tiring thing for her now than it would have been before, because she's pregnant. So they could just be bringing Cecile in for that purpose, and then when obviously Danielle Panabaker is able to return in season 9, then they would go back to using Frost. If I am wrong, I am genuinely interested to see why Cecile in particular is facing off against Metas. Obviously her powers have evolved a lot from the past couple of times we saw her, but again, that was during Armageddon. And then as we saw during episodes 4's ending, or the start of episode 5, that whole timeline has been pretty much changed. It's been restored back to normal, but also we do have various different timeline changes. So does Cecile carry those powers which she's had in Armageddon into this new timeline as well? Or will she just go from zero and eventually evolve back to Armageddon mode Cecile? Because she was pretty damn powerful in Armageddon, so it will be interesting to see what they're doing with Cecile's powers post Armageddon. I would assume that she still has the same power level as she did in Armageddon. That'd be pretty damn cool. But yeah, as I said, it will be interesting to see how they are using Cecile when it comes to Team Flash stuff, if I am wrong with my theories when saying that this could just simply be a replacement for Frost. Now, Canada Graphs describes this scene as, he says that Allegra tries to stop the villain with her powers, but it backfires and she just collapses on the ground. The villain then goes on to confront Cecile and makes her go through a variety of emotions to such an extent where it looks like she's having a headache. So from this, I'm assuming that this villain will be some sort of meta as well. He does look very techy with what he's wearing already, but it does look like he will be a meta-human as well. Maybe he's also an empath, saying that he was able to affect Cecile in that headache type manner. Or maybe he was just able to use this device which he has, which allows to essentially redirect Cecile's powers back at herself. That could also be a possibility. Now, in the next shot, we do have Grant Gustin suited up as the Flash, and he is talking to Cecile and Allegra. As we can see, the gold boots are still there. The suit just looks great. It just looks amazing. We do also have this other shot of Grant Gustin suited up as Barry Allen, aka the Flash. And once again, this is just the crew helping Grant Gustin put on the cowl and all those sorts of stuff. But obviously, this scene with Cecile, Allegra, and Barry is a behind the scenes shot. Like, it's not something which they're filming yet, because as you can see, Grant Gustin's literally smiling, so he's vibing with the cast rather than actually like filming something. Like, rather than him actually speeding and going up to Allegra, going like, "Oh, are you okay?" It's not that type of thing. This is just a behind the scenes photo, but we do obviously know what is going on in this scene due to Canada Graphs explaining it for us. But yeah, we do have this shot of Barry talking to this villain as well. Once again, this does look more behind the scenes rather than an actual scene. But we should definitely be expecting some sort of a confrontation between the Flash and this villain. Maybe Barry is able to take down this villain. Canada Graphs doesn't really specify what is going on over here, so I'm assuming that the villain does not get taken down. I'm not entirely sure. But Canada Graphs pretty much explains this scene as Barry speeds in, and he's doing this while Cecile helps Allegra, and Barry pretty much taps his ear as if he's contacting someone from Star Labs, and that is obviously most probably Caitlin or Chester, and then the scene ends right there. Obviously they would have filmed more scenes later on, so maybe after that Barry goes on to take down this villain. That could also be a possibility. And saying that Barry has pretty much become so overpowered at this point, it wouldn't be too hard for him to do that. Now, this is coming from Paige's Twitter, but he pointed out that From this shot over here, one of the crew members are actually holding this comic book, and as we can tell from the cover of this comic book, it is part of the Legion of Zoom members. Yeah, that's right, not Legion of Doom, Legion of Zoom. No, it is not Zoom, but it is Reverse Flash. Now, from what I researched, this is a group of villains gathered by Eobard, Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, from different points in time to pretty much destroy the Flash. That's pretty much their purpose. So it is possible that this villain who we're seeing over here could be set up by Eobard Thawne, potentially to help him escape prison. Maybe this was his plan all along. Maybe he recruited these bunch of villains for the purpose to distract Team Flash while he can plot his escape from prison. We do know that Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, will be returning for the back half of the season in some way. That has been confirmed, so it's not a rumor. He is actually returning. So he will definitely be escaping prison, and he will definitely be plotting some sort of revenge against Team Flash. So maybe the way he's doing this is through the Legion of Zoom. Maybe these are all materials being gathered to create a new negative Speed Force. As I said before, we do have this armored villain stealing something, presumably from like a techie place. So maybe these are all materials which can help Thawne create a negative Speed Force from outside Argus, because obviously Thawne is locked up, whereas these villains are obviously outside, so they won't be able to just bring these materials to Thawne because Thawne's in prison. So maybe they will be the ones who create it and eventually give Thawne his powers back like that. I'm not entirely sure, but if I am wrong, I am really interested to see what is going on over here, and it is actually very interesting. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think is going on over here. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.